Okay, so students, so we start. So I think, how are you? Yeah, all are good, because I know currently a lot of situations are coming under control. Right, we can say control. So people are now going work. Yesterday I also went to the work. So today anyway I'm staying home, do the class. Right. So I think again the situation is coming control. So we are going back to our life, right? But we have already, I think, this particular Corona time, we have strengthened our life, right? By learning and by being alone, right, and by surviving. So I think, for me, we have learned a lot of new things in this Corona situation. So same, all of you also have did the same. So as I told you before, like now 36, 40 students are continuing the classes. So that is again a great thing, right? Because when we are announcing this, I told you we got 1,800 registration. Out of that one course, we got somewhere around 200 students, right? 200 to 300. That is the number for single program. So slowly, uh, okay, my voice is clear or still any problem? Okay, yeah. So 300 students, they were requested. Even our WhatsApp group also, now we have added 300 people for one course. And slowly, some people have left and some people have not motivated. Likewise, I think now 50 students currently. So in all the batches, not in this particular MS office, even all our batches, currently 50 are there. So that if you multiply by 5, then again it comes around to 250. So out of 1,800 students, these 250 students are our resource. That means they are just taking their challenges, because I know coming on time class is very difficult. Even I am hosting also, I feel difficult. We have so many works in the house, a lot of external commitment, phone calls, so many things, right? So all that is the commitment, we say, right? We have to go and learn, do something. So as Dilan said, we are again reminding, because we actually want you to at least get the certificates, right? So that is a great thing that you can do, right? And also we are starting the e-kids program, right? So kids also now mostly they are staying in home, maybe your sisters or brother, small age, schoolers, right? Who's grade 1 to O level. So those people also, now we are starting a program to learn English and IT from their home. So that is a continuous program, but there is a charge for that, right? It's not free. Initially we are giving us a free, but there will be a payment when they regularly want to come, right? So we are giving that as well. So this is the brochure. So if your brothers, sisters, whoever interested, right, they can able to participate 6 to 15 years old. So introduction program we are giving as a small free of charge, right, to just get to know about it. But that is a 1 year program, so they can learn in the online, a lot of facilities, right? So we will give them a login. They can log into the system and they can see the recordings, video recordings. Like as a paid mean, there are so many other facilities as well. So if your people have interest, your sisters or anybody, maybe your cousin, just share the brochure. It's there with us, so we will send it to your group. Just share them with us, and there's a form of registration. Okay, right. So I think things are going good, right? So I'm teaching for I think 50 odd student, but I even know your name, right? Some people only I have very familiar, whoever asking questions, very familiar to me, right? Other than this, there are so many students who are learning. You know me, but I don't know you, right? So that is again the great thing. So if you meet in the road somewhere, just remind me, sir, I was a student of your class, and I'm very happy, right? So because I don't know who are you, right? Maybe an age person or small person, young person. So actually, we have started this as a small service initially, right? With our management in the Corona time, then it went the tremendous way, unexpected levelly. It's went because we just put a post in the online, say free classes, then it went to a different scale. Then thousand, 2,000 odd students was coming and calling, registering. Then we all our staff member, Dilan and myself, there are so many other staffs also. They also involved, and we have started this program. So now I think you all very benefit in this, right? I think in the lifetime of you, maybe you would have not studied a program like this in online in this experience level with a phone, headphones, and learning, answering. Right? So maybe this is your first time you are learning like this, but you would have go to school and learn, but in this way, right? So because I hope the future of education should be in this format, right? Talking in front of a computer and you are just putting a headphone and seeing in the phone, right? That would be the communication. All traditional one will go off, right? So we are sending you a survey. So why I'm telling all this is now I'm sending you a survey, right? Online survey to your WhatsApp group. Please go and read the question and fill the survey because we are taking about the student mentality, right? Some questions. Survey means some question. Are you like online learning, or what are the yeah, hello? Yeah, are you like online learning, or what are the issues you have, or what are the problems you have? So likewise we are asking some question, so in a survey. So Dylan will be sending you today evening after this class. Spend some time and trying to fill it out, so then we will get a clear idea about how you get a benefit of this program. Then we can make it as a documentation and submit to our higher management, even the government authorities. So that will be a great thing, right? Okay, guys. So thank you. So thank you very much for being part of our great journey, right? So again, we are reminding you, please go for certificates, right? Otherwise, you will be a half-baked product, right? Not a full-baked product. Full-baked, half-baked bun, right? So if it is only learn, go with the knowledge, you are a half-baked product. So that will be can't eat. No, half-baked means you can't eat. So if it is full-baked only, can eat. So then if you certificate only, it will be a full baked product, right? So that's why again and again we are pushing you. I know there is a cost involving in this. So if it is cost, people will think 2-3 times, right? Okay, we have to pay this. So there's a money about your situation, current money problem, everything. It will be go in your brain and you will think about, okay, we will later. So you come up with some option. But what I'm saying is, I know we have the problem now, but just go for it, right? At least get clear about your idea, right? And at least get a book, even then get yourself registered. So at least try something, because it's a very good option. After this, we are not conducting any free batches, right? With this, we are offering our process. Next batch would be a payment batch, right? Not free. So they have to pay online. Same module will be there, but we are charging somewhere around 20,000, 25,000, and online we are going to have the classes. So you all are very lucky people, lucky charms, right? So please use this opportunity. Okay, so today we are going to go to the access program. Okay, right, and also, yeah, about I will tell you the benefit. What are the benefit you will get by paying that 8,000? So number one, we have got approval of giving all the video recordings for the paid people, right? So whoever missed the classes, right, or whoever if you want to replay the session. So once you pay, we are sending you a login, username, password, login. If you go there, all the materials, tunes will be there, and all the video recording, all our class video recording will be there. And as I told you before, online MCQ, 60 online MCQ doing portal will be there, so you can again and again do it and see that 60 MCQ. And also certificate you will get, and also you will get a certificate and examination. So all these 5 components together only, you will get the cost, right? not only for certificate, because initially we said that it is a cost for certificate and examination fee, no? But now with that certificate and exam, you will have the another three benefit. One is certificate fee, examination fee, right? Plus you will get an online portal where you can access all the videos of the class. When you register MS Office, all my videos you can able to go and see and replay, right? That option will be given, right? Second, there will be all the notes, whatever we have discussed, additional books, materials, and all the notes will be there, right? So then you can anytime you can play. Final one is the 60 MCQs, right? Whatever the original exam MCQ, similar to that, you will have the MCQ. So you can again and again you can go and play. I mean, do the exam and see whether it is working, right? So I think my voice have a problem. One minute, I will change the connection. Okay, sorry. Let's see from this connection, maybe you are getting any drop delay, right? So as I told you, right, again, I will tell you that because my voice is not clear, right? So by paying that 8,000 rupees, you will be getting five benefits, right? So one is examination, another one is certificate. Those two, you know, right? You will get a certificate payment and the exam payment. Apart from that, so third one is we will give you a 60 MCQ questions which you can again and again you can redo, right? Again and again you can read the question answer, like that. We will give you a question. It is similar to the final exam. So in the mock exam, if you can take more than 80, surely you can go to the final exam. So that also will be given as a free of charge. And also fourth one, you will be getting your video recordings, right? Whatever we did in the classes, the videos, it will be available on the portal, so you can replay the videos and re-study again, right? So that is a fourth benefit. Fifth benefit, materials. So whatever books, additional books or related to this, there are books available, our presentation slide, all will be there in the portal. So all will be there. We will send you, once you register with us, we will be sending you a username and password. So if you log in, link and a username and password, if you log into the system, you will get all this, right, as a pack. So then you will get everything in full. So then you can confidently, you can go and do the examination. 100% we will be making you, or we will be guaranteeing you, you can pass the exam without any problem. So that's what it's a great thing. So anyway, you will get that five options once you pay it. If you pay another extra 500, you will get a book, right? Book. That is the printed version. Other one is a soft version, but online book is different. We will give you not the same book. The printed book is different, right? So please guys, so just talk about it. Okay, today we are going to do this access, right? So access. So to do the access, I need a small whiteboard, right? I will take a whiteboard. Okay, right. So now access, right? So what is access is access is a completely different software, right? It is not like a Word, or it is not like Excel, or it is a completely different software, right? So when you want to do this access, right? So access we call it as it's a database software, right? So access is a database software. So most of the people in the class, I think you have not used the access, or you have not worked with the access, you don't know what is access, right? So just I'll tell you today, access is a database software. What is database mean? For example, in your school, right? If you take a school or whatever, if you have a data, right? Data, what is the form of keeping a data, right? Data mean what? It's a information, right? What do you mean by data? Data mean it's a information, right? Now, for example, in our MS Office class, now we have 40 students, right? So I have your data. Data mean information, your name, your address, your phone number, and your informations I have, right? So like this, we have so many data available, right? So that is we call data. a collection of informations, right? Collection of information, we call it as a data. So I have a data, right? So how to keep my data in a easy format, right? How to keep my data in a easy format. So keeping a data in a easy format is, now you can keep the data in a paragraph format, right? Like a paragraph, you can write all the detail. Okay, first student's detail and the second student detail, third student detail. Likewise, you can take a notebook and write everything. Or else you can like write it like a putting a rule, and just you can write it in a way that you want. So likewise, different way you can keep the data, but they are the best way. Best way of keeping a data is what? It's using a table, right? Best way. Best way is what? You first, what you have to do is you have to create a table like this, right? You have to create a table, right, based on the student detail, and you have to put, let's say for example, name, right, then address, phone number. Like this, you have to create a table. Then you can able to feed the informations of the student. So putting as a that's why we create table for everything, no, right? We create the table for everything. If you want to create what, students information, school, anywhere you see, if there is so many data, first we will take a book and we will put a rule and we will make a table. Then in the table only we will write the information, right? So keeping the data in a table is the best way of keeping a data. So you have so many data, so maybe 1,000 detail or 500 details, right? So any detail you, if you have, so keeping that into a easy format, right? The best format is table, right? Table is the best format, because when you use the table, you have so many advantage, right? Advantages available. Number one, first advantage is what? You can easily, you can access the data easily, right? So easily you can access. So if you want to see a person, just quickly you can search in name and you can find the balance detail. So accessing the data is very easy, right? And the data will be in a unique format. Name mean all the people name, address mean all the people address, phone number mean all the people's phone number, right? Marks mean all the people marks. Likewise, it is easy. So the second is what? It's easy for us to keep the information, right? And third one is what? Easy for to update the information, right? Update. So it is easy for us to update mean if the new data is coming, quickly we can write it in the last, right? We can put a date today and write. So it's easy for us to update the information quickly. Update, anybody can just take the book and write the information, then it will be very easy, right? So updating will be easy. You can easily find the information, search the information, and the information will be unique, right? Unique information. So likewise, keeping an information in a table, it is so many advantages we have, right? So that's what, anything, if you want, like for example, what, if it's a Vesak Dansal, what they do is they will take a book and write a table, and using the table only they will take all the money. So wherever if you have more data, what you do is what, you take it as a, put it as a table and write the information. So the table is the very best way in the world available, what, to keep so many data in a one view, easily access, easily update, easily search. Likewise, so many advantages are there, right? So earlier days, we used to keep everything in a book, right? So same table, if you want to keep it in the computer, right? If you want to keep the table in the computer, you can use Access, right? Access. So many advantages are there, right? Actually, this Access was invented, right? Access was invented to keep the data of the table, right? So now if you have a Dansala, right, you write all the information rather than writing in the book, right? You can create the table in the database or Access. Then you can create a form. Then you can give it using a tab or mobile phone or PC. You can access it. There are so many other advantages they have inbuilt, right? So the main purpose of Access is what? Creating or the table which is real world, keeping the table in the computer. That's what this Access was created. Access actually Okay, sorry guys, got a call from the boss. I should answer, right? Okay, okay. So remember, so access is one of the good way or the easiest way to keep so many information, right? To keep so many information inside the computer, right? So access is actually, I think you got the idea, right? So why the access is created is because we have a tables, right? We create tables. Table, why we create the table? Table is the easiest method to keep the information inside the any place, right? You can keep name, address, phone number. Likewise here, you can keep the information in a table. Table is the best way of keeping the information, right? Best way, yeah, of keeping the information. So usually what, how do we create the table is in the school. If you see registration table, register timetable is a table, teachers marks is a table, everything to keep, because school have so many students, right? So keep all the information. What is the major component they used is what it is, a table, right? Table is the main purpose of giving the information, right? So to keep the same in the computer, right? So if you want to keep the same table in a PC computer, that's what this access was created, right? That's what this access was created. So you can install the access, right, inside the computer, and you can keep the same table here. After keeping here, there are so many advantages, right? Where like there should be advantage more, right? So many advantages you can get once you keep the same table in the computer rather than keeping in a manual, right? Manual, there are a lot of disadvantage in the manual keeping, right? So school recording, misplaced, data lost, like there's so many issues. But here it's not like that. If you keep it in here, then you will be getting what, very so many advantages, right? So first I'm going to explain to you today. So this is the very basic of access, huh? Just remember, this is the very basic of access, keeping the table in the computer. To keep that, we are using this access, right? Now today, first I will show you how to create the access, or how to okay, how to start access. Okay, right. So now I show you how to start access. So it will come with the Microsoft package. You can go to start and it will be the access, or you can just search access here. This is access. This is again 2019, very latest version, right, of access. There will be a small changes if you compare to the other package, right? So when I click this, okay, right? So here access will be open like this, right? Once you open here, there are templates again available, task management system, event management system, student management system. Likewise, already there are templates available. So if you want to see this, you can just click this, it will open. Then you can see how they have created the access, right? Before showing that, it will be confusing to you, right, if I show this. So before going to that, I will take a blank database, right? Blank, right? So that's all. Home, new also there. Then here there are so many like templates also there access. There are so many already predefined softwares will be available, right? Time card, personal management, like there's so many access softwares available. Even student software. If you take this, you can able to work with the students, right? So now I will take is a blank document, right? I'm going to take up a new document. So I will click this, right? So the beauty of access is before starting the access, you should save, right? Once you save only, then the access will start. So it's asking you to save the document, right? So I have to save. So I will save it in the desktop for the easiness, desktop, and I will give a name, exercise one, right? And I will create okay, right? So okay, right. So now I'm going to create, press the create button. Okay, right. So once you press create only, now you can able to see the access menu, home, create, external data, database tools, file, table. Likewise, there are tools. So this is not like Word or not like Excel. If you open, you won't see any white color pages like A4 pages, right? A4 paper. No, because this is nothing with the A4 paper. This is pure about table. So once you create it, then it will come here, this side, right? So this side, there is a table. Sample table is already there, first table, right? So I'm going to create a student table. So what I have to do is, after creating here, I have to right click here and go to design, right? See this, right? So right click this or go to design. That is one way. Or another way, you can close this. Okay, right. So other way, after opening this, I'll just close this, right? Now nothing, nothing will be there. Now you can go to the create, right? And table design. So this is the easy way, right? So once you create, it will open, then close the window here. Then everything will be closed. Sample one will be get closed. Then you can go to the table design, right? Maybe if you are using this first time, just write it, note it down. Then it's easy for you, right? So then what you do is table design. Press this button. Okay. So once you press this button, now it's asking the table. Okay. Now we are going to design the table. In the previous example, I told you, right? I told you, no, right? We have created a table. Table mean what? Brush to, right? So now I want to create a table like this. I'm going to create a student table, right? This is the table. Normally, when we are manually creating, we will take a rule like this and say student name, address, phone number, NIC, right? This is my table, right? Student name, address, phone number, NIC. And then I am going to feed the information. Now, first step is I have to create this, right? Create the table, right? So create a table mean, okay, now I come to this place. Now I'm going to create the table. So it's asking field name and data type description. Three things. So again, I'm telling you. So I create the access, then come to the create window and I select the design table. I'm going to design a new table. My plan is this. This is my plan. I'm going to design something like this, right? This is my plan. Okay, so I'll click this design table. Right, now the table name. So first table name is student name, right? That's the table name, right? So once you click that, here there is something called data type, right? So this is again good thing, right? Data type mean, normally if you write a student name of the students, no, you will write here the name of the students, right? So here for example, my friend, right? Example Dylan. So likewise we will be writing the student's name one by one. So only what student name in, it should be a text, right? We will write only the text. So same thing, it's asking data type. Data type mean what kind of data you are going to feed it inside here. What kind of data? The data, there are types available, right? These are the type. Short text, right? First type is short text. I will tell you the types. So if you have a note paper or paper, just write down the types, right? Short text. Short text mean it will be maximum. Short text mean 255 character letters you can type, right? So only 255 letters, A, B, C, D, likewise you have to type only 255. For the name, that is enough, no? Because nobody's name will come more than 255 letters, right? So that is enough. So the name, we can keep the first as short. Long text mean it will be the long one. Any amount of text you can able to put it long, right? More than 245, maybe 500,000, 5,000 texts able to put it, right? So you can define what you want, right? So we want long, short text for the name. Address, right? Address, again address you can put short text or maybe you can put a long text, right? Sometimes if some address will be coming more than 255 maybe, right? So we can't say, no. So then we'll put that as a long text, right? Third one, right? What we plan, address, then phone number, right? Then phone number, P number, short form, right? So this is phone number. So phone number, again you can click here. There are things available. Phone number, you can put number, right? Or else you can put text, right? Sometimes if you put +9400, then it should be a text, right? Or else you can put it as a number, right? It's depend, right? Maybe if you want zero also, you have to put it as a text. If you want only the balance, you can put it as number, right? For this, I'm going to put it as a short text again, right? Because I want to put 0, 0, plus 9400. Likewise, I want to put as a plus also will be coming now, so it will be not take it as a number, right? So it's short as a short text, right? Then say example marks, right? Marks 1, student marks. Now marks, of course, you have to put it as a number, right? Numbers, so numbers for the marks, right? Then this is large numbers, big numbers, right? Millions, billions values, you can able to put it in a large number, right? Then date and time. So date of birth, if there is a column called date of birth here, right? You are taking the date of birth, right, of a customer. Then you have to put to have what? Date and time, right? Date of birth, or in time, right? Office coming time, going time, right? So in time, out time, those you can put it as a date of birth, date and time, right? Then we have some other currency. Currency mean money, salaries and all, you can put it in currency, right? Salary related or money related things, you can put it in currency. Auto number means automatically that field will be increased. First record number 1, number 2, number 3, like that. Automatically it will be increased. So if you want to put like this, auto number. Yes or no. Yes or no question, say female or male, married or single. So those you can be yes or no questions, right? So then you can put gender, female or male. You can put yes or no, right? Then OEL object. This is picture. If you want to put an image, or if you want to put a database, right? Database, if you want to put a picture, you will be able to use this, right? Picture. Now you want to put a picture here. You want to place, okay, this is Ravi. So you want to put his Ravi's picture. You want to place the picture, his photo, right? So if you want to put the Ravi's photo, same way, if you want to do it here, you can put picture and you can mention it as OLE object, right? Then hyperlink will be there, link, right? Links, attachment, likewise, right? So one student asking memo, right? So memo is the long text actually. Earlier, old versions of Access is called as a memo. Now we are calling as a long text, right? So Galaxy Note, so that is the memo. Now we don't have memo in the latest version. It goes a long text. And the old version also, number only there. Long number will be not there. Old version. Now this is a new version only. They have long number, right? So long number will be not there in old version. Only number will be there. And also long text there. It's called as a memo. Called for long text, right? So these are the data types, right? So it's very important to put the correct data type here. Otherwise, you will feel difficult when you are working further, right? If you are not, if you put everything as a text, then there will be a problem, right? So you can ask yourself why you have to put all this, everything I can put text. No. So if you can put, but if you put the database as a text, then you can't do the calculations, right? Calculation mean if you want to find out the age, right? It's not possible because text mean it will take it as a blank text. So you can't do the calculation, even the currency also. If you put the salary as a text, anyway figure will be there, but you can't calculate it in the program, right? It is very difficult for you to calculate it in a programmable format. You have to minus the EPF, ETF calculation cannot be done if you are not correctly putting the data types, right? So remember, in the manual one, we don't have this option, right? Because our mind, we know, okay, what you have to write. NIC mean, okay, we have to know, okay, we have to type NIC. We can't write anything, right? Here, phone number mean we have to write phone number. So likewise, we know. But here, we have to put the data type, then even nobody can do mistakes when they are entering. The phone number, if they're trying to type the text, it won't accept, right? It give you error message like that. So once again, I will tell you about this data type. Is very important to know about the data type. First is short text, right? Short text mean what? Less than 255 characters, right? So if it is less than 255, it is called short text, right? Long text means more than 255 letters. Just make a note, write it down. More than 255 will call as long text. Less than 255 is short text. Third one, numbers, right? Numbers, marks 1, marks 2, kind of numbers, you can able to use it in this number, right? Long number, big values, billion and trillion amount of value, trillion amount data values. So then you can use long numbers, right? And also here you can go and change the decimal places 1 2, then 45.762, like this. You can increase up to 14 decimal places. You can put up to 14 is there. Auto mean automatically it will take, right? And numbers also you can give format, right? Long number formats, how you want euro values or numbers in this standard, like this. You can just change standard. So like that, if you click everything, you can see the properties in down. There are so many other properties, right? Okay, so then here there is a one called required, right? This required field, if you switch on it, right, if you press yes button without entering there, you can't go to the next. Definitely it should be entered. So for example, phone number is request. So maybe if you are filling some application form in the online, they will say this is request field. If you without that, you can't go to the further one, right? So same as you can make it here request on. So then that should be definitely they have to fill the request. So that is request on. So like that there are changes here. So again, I'll tell you short text, long text, number, long number, date and time, right? Then currency is money, currency money value. Auto numbers, automatic increment number. So you can say count or numbers, student number, right? So student number. Then you can put automatically increment number, auto text. So first student it says as 1, second student it says as 2, third student is says as 3. Likewise, it will be increased automatically when you enter the data, right? So that is automatic number. Then yes or no, female or male, OLE object, pictures, hyperlink, any attachment, calculator, likewise, right? So likewise, you can mention the data type. So according to our table, student number, it's auto number. Student name is a large number. Student name is a large text, sorry, short text. Short text. Address will be the large text. Phone number will be the short text because I'm going to use +94, something like that. Marks one is a number. Date of birth is a date and time, right? So then after typing this is a description. It's optional one. If you want, you can type, okay, what is this, right? So this is student number, right? So likewise, you can able to type it, description to answer. After this, you can save, right? So how you can save is easy way is when you close this, it'll ask, do you want to save this table? Yes, I want to save, right? And give a table name. So I'm going to give this as a student table, right? Student table, press OK, right? And there will be a message like this. There is no primary key defined. Just remember this error message. I will explain you about the primary key bit later, right? So now I will press the no. Do you want to primary key now? For the moment, I'll say no, no primary key, right? Now it's closed. Now you have a student table here. Now if you double click this, you can see the table now, right? Table. So student number is new, automatically coming. So no need to enter anything there. Student name, first student I'm entering Ravi, right? Address Colombo 6, right? Phone number I told you +94 I'm going to use. So right, okay. Then the marks one I'm going to use. See now this is what if you put marks as a text and if you go next, now it shows the error. Right, it shows the error. Your enter value will be not matched with the data type. Okay, please enter. So this is a number. No, I have to put the number 67. Then again the date of birth. So you have a button here. You can click the date of birth, or you have to type it in this way. Right. So there is one. Or if you have a data in the Excel, just you can copy and paste it here. Click and control copy, control V, then everything will come here. Right. If you have a same order. So that's also easy. Otherwise, you can manually type one by one. So first student, see number 1, automatic comes. Second student, I will type Raja, right? And his name, say number 2 is automatically came. He is Colombo 4. Then again a phone number plus 94. the date, maybe date of birth. No, so I'll just okay, right. So something like that, you can able to enter the data now. So this is the very basic step of a table, right? So now I have create one table. So if I want to create another table, same way, create design table. Now I will create another staff table, staff name, right? That is a short text, and again staff address, right? Address. Again, that's a long text. Salary, that is again selecting here as a currency. Then their time, join day, right? So that is I'm going to put it as a data. Right. Okay, so this is a staff table. Then I'm going to save. Again, you can save Control S. But before closing also, you can save it in this way. Control S shortcut. Then staff. And again, the primary key is again asking just let's go. Okay, right. Now there are two tables. Again, I will double click the staff table. I'll enter a staff name. Right. Then okay. So here currency. Okay, right. So it's a join date. I'm just putting today's date, right? 2080. Okay, right. So likewise, you can keep on entering the table, right? So now I'm creating the same table. So you can simply ask, sir, we can take a paper and just put the heading like this, and we can write the information. So why we have to do all this, right? It's a simple question, right? So table, you said table is the easiest format. So we will take a A4 paper. If I want to keep my student data, so I can just go give a student table, right? Create a student table and entering the same field. I can keep entering manually, right? In the book, book name is student detail. The book name, I can just write the student detail. Then again, staff detail, a book name. I can prepare a book called staff detail. That's I can enter, right? So this is a way I'm doing in the office, or this is the way I'm doing in my home office, right? So this is the easy way. So why you have to use the access, right? So this is the question, big question you have. So why we have to do all this, right? What are the advantages we have, right? So I will tell you. Now we go to the advantages part, right? So what are the advantages will be available when you do this, right? If you compare it doing manually, if you do it in this computer in this format, what are the advantages you will get, right? So to see the advantage, you can go to the create, right? Here, these are the advantages. I will explain to you one by one. That is about the access, right? So first basic thing is you have to create a table, right? You have to create a table. So in the table, if you create, then you can have these advantage. Query is one of the advantage. Form is another advantage. Reporting is another advantage. So like this, you will get so many advantages when you have do this, right? Okay. So before going to the advantage, first I will come to, okay, I will go do that primary key, right? This primary key, right? So remember, right, in access, there is something called primary key. What is primary key is normally in the manual, right? Manual book. So remember this manually, I'm creating a book like this, okay? With the same detail, name, address, phone number, right? NIC. right? Okay, so in this table, which is the important field, right? Maybe important field mean in this table now you have so many data, right? You have typed so many student information. This is there in the book, right? So student detail book, right? This is a student detail book. You have typed 1,000 student information. You have write 1,000 student information, right? Now one student is asking, or one person is asking, okay, I want to take a student information from your book, right? Okay, I want to take a student information from your book. So your boss is coming and asking. So once he asks, right, then what you ask from the boss is, okay, boss, can you give his NIC number, or can you give his name, right? So you will ask something, right, to find out inside the table. So maybe you will ask the NIC number, right, or maybe you will ask the name, right? So that field, or that field, we call it we call it as a main field, right? So this is the main field. Using NIC number only, I'm going to search the student, or using the name only, I'm going to search the student. So you will know which is the main field you are going to search. So that field, we call it in here primary key, right? Primary key field, right? We call it in here access is a primary key field. So manually, if you do it, you know, right? Okay, we have to search by the name, right? Or we have to search by the NIC. If you go to bank, so if you want to ask the balance, they will ask in a first, okay, give me your account number. So I can't remember. So then give me your account NIC number. So they will use to find using your NIC number or maybe account number. That is the primary key, right? Primary key field. But here, when you are creating a table, you should say, okay, what is your primary key? So here I'm going to select staff name as a primary key, right? So then I have to click the staff name. In here, I have to press this button. Then there will be a small key mark will come in the corner. Then you are telling the access to in my table. In this table, I'm going to search the information by name only. So I will give you the staff name. You have to give me the address and salary and join date, right? So that is, we call it as a primary key. Same as, right, I'm going to give a primary key to this also, because when you are designing the table, actually you have to mention. That's why when I'm closing it, we're saying there is no primary key, so you can't search the data. If you want to search the data, you should put a primary key. Likewise, that's an error message it brought me. So I just say no, right? So now I'm going in the same and going in a designing window, just clicking the student table and going to the designing window. And now I'm going to select, okay, from here, what is the primary key? So I'm going to search by the name again, or maybe a number name, right? So remember, when you put a primary key, it should be three things. Should be definitely, you can't do it for the primary key field, right? Three things. Remember, if you want, just make a note. So here, for example, if you are taking as NIC, why you take NIC will, you will consider three things, right? Number one, first one is NIC field cannot be a blank, right? It cannot be blank. So without the NIC number, if you write the information, then you can't find no. So you can't keep a NIC number blank. Definitely you have to number. You have to write the number. So when you are writing this book, one student says, I don't have the NIC number. Then you say, I can't write it, right? I can't write it. You bring the NIC. Or tomorrow I will write it. So NIC field cannot be blank. You can't keep the blank. That is the first rule. When you want to give one field as a primary key, the first rule is you can't give that field as a blank when you're entering the data. So no blank data, right? No blank. That is the first rule, number one. Second rule, the data cannot be repeated again. You cannot put the NIC for this and also same NIC for the second student. So it cannot be duplicate. One person, it should be a one unique number, right? NIC normally it's unique. That's why we are selecting NIC, because it cannot be repeated. It cannot be duplicate again. So the second rule is no duplicate, right? First rule is it cannot be a blank, right? Second rule is it cannot be duplicate. Third one, right? Third one, you have to use this as a correct field, maybe a number, right, or text. You have to use it, but it should be properly ordered, right? Number mean it should be a 10 numbers, right? Like it should be ordered, then you can able to count. So the third rule is it should be a properly arranged data, right? NIC mean you can see, it's a unique number, right? So it should be very properly arranged number, right? So these are the three main things should be important to give or select one field as a primary key. Address we can't select as a primary key. Why? We can't search from the address. This is very hectic because they will put name and number like this. You can't search, right, in a database. Phone number again, sometimes one student can give 2-3 phone number again and again. So again, it will be maybe duplicate. Name also may be duplicate, right? Name also may be duplicate. One, if you type one name, there will be 4 or 5 students will come, but it should be unique, right? So that's why NIC, or you have to give a customized number. That's why, like bank account number, individual student, they will give you individual customer, they will give you a individual number. That's a unique number. It's only for you. When you register in a school, they will give you a register number. When you register in an institute, they will give you a registration number. Why they are giving a number is that is the unique number of you to have to access their table, right? So here also same thing. So that is the primary key. Remember the primary key, right? Primary key mean that is the main field in the table, right? So you will search the information using the primary key value only, right? There should be 3 things on the primary key, right? Number 1, primary key field cannot be duplicate, right? You can't duplicate. Second, primary key field cannot be nil value. Without the value, you can't go to the next. Now here, if I the staff name, I put the staff name as a primary key. When I'm entering the data, right? If I keep the staff name as blank, and if I type the address, right, and the salary and the date of birth, right? When I click the next one, it shows the error, right? You must enter the staff name field. Without the staff name, you can't go to next because this is the primary key. But you can, without the, if you enter this without the staff address, you can go, right? Here it's allowed, you can go and enter the second one. This is black. Without the salary also you can go, but without, call it as a primary key field. Okay, so that is, we call it as a primary key field. So anybody have any questions up to now?
So in that, many
Before
people
going
asking something.
into the facilities. Okay. Yeah. So what is the purpose of lookup? So last week I told you about the lookup. That is in Excel function, no? Uh, General lookup, yeah. Salary. Salary is a currency, yeah. Memo data, yeah. Other question I have answered so far. Right. Okay. Right. Okay. I think any wise people, anybody want to raise your hands? Okay. So I understand, right? Access is a very common thing, right? I think we are not using the access in day-to-day life. Even after studying this also, you are not using, it's not like Excel, PowerPoint, access, sorry, but it is completely different. When you're working with database, maybe school you are working, when you're working with the church, right? So kind of things, or if you want to create some, you can use access and create nice programs and give. But the users also should have at least some computer knowledge to enter the data, right? Enter or feed information. So that's why normally in the schools and all, we are not using access, right? But in organization, maybe they will use for simple data taking, data entries. Okay, right. I think nobody have questions, right? So we'll continue. So I will continue that, right? Okay. So so that is we call primary key, right? So primary key. So primary key one cannot be duplicate, and second and third one. Okay, okay. So right, good. So that's what you take a note. Then it's more easy. Primary key 3 point. I told you about primary key. First one is cannot be duplicate. Right. First one cannot be duplicate. Second, cannot be blank, right? I told you in the table itself, I will show you. Right now, if I try to type a name again, Dilan here, Dilan, right? If I go to the next one and type something, now when I go to the next one, it's asked, right? It's asked, it's show you error message saying what? It cannot be duplicate. Primary cannot be create duplicate value in the index, primary key, right? So Dilan 2 times Dilan is coming. So it cannot be accepted because primary key cannot be duplicate. So when I press OK, you have to change this name as another name. Then only it will allow you to go to next one. So the first one is cannot be duplicate, right? Second one is cannot be blank, right? Second one is cannot be blank. You can't keep the primary key field as a blank field, right? Third one, it should be a unique one, right? So unique mean NIC number, or sometime when you give registration number, REG 10010. So like this, it should be a unique number. Easily you can identify. Name also can put. Why we are putting mostly name primary key? Because for this example, I am putting name as a primary key, but you can't put because there can be same name, no? There can be Dilan 2 times, there can be Nishantan 2 times, right? There can be names. So you have to come up with another unique number like this for the primary, right? So first one cannot be duplicate, cannot be blank. Third one, it should be a unique order or unique shape, right? Unique shape, then only it's easy for you to do, right? You can't put two primary key, okay? Only one should be a primary key for the table, right? Primary key. Only one primary key should be there. Right. And second one is there is some, but it can be a foreign key. Yeah? Okay. So you can't put two primary key, but you can put a foreign key. Right. So remember this, a new word, foreign key. Right. Foreign key means primary key of a table will work as a foreign key in another table. Got it? Or confusing? Primary key of a one table will be act as another table foreign key. Got it? No. Right. I'll just explain you again. Now see, I have a two table here, right? And I have two table. This is a student information table, right? So this is a student information table. So here you have student name, right? Name, address, phone number, and here student registration number, right? Student registration number, right? This is one table. So I am writing in the mouse, that's why it's a bit ugly, right? So remember this, right? Name, address, phone number, and here registration number, right? This is, then I'm making here this as a primary key, registration as a primary key. Now this is clear, right? I'll create another table, right? Another table. Here I'm keeping what? Students marks, right? So again, I'm giving a student number, right? Student name, right? Then what happened? Then here marks 1, marks 2, right? 2 subjects marks. Then I am again writing the student name here and marks 1, marks 2. Student name, marks 1, marks 2, right? So now I have two tables. Now here the primary key is what? This one. Here maybe your primary key will be this name, right? Primary key will be name. But you can make the student number as a foreign key. Foreign key means you can give a relationship between this and this. So this will be work as a foreign key. But here if you want to search anything, you have to search from the name. Got it? Here if you want to search it, you have to search from the name. But there is a number column also, student number. How the student number, this will be linked with the next table. So in here, if you want to take the student name, right, and student address, student phone number, plus student registration number, marks 1, marks 2. So all can be, you can take it in one, right? And using this foreign key, this is called foreign key. I will show you example later in Access how to link the foreign key and take a table like this, right? So then it will be work as a foreign key, right? Foreign key. So primary key means the important key of a table, we call it as a primary key. That is, I think you got it, right? Foreign key means in the another table, the secondary key. So because one student asked, can we put two primary keys, right? So because he want to, sometimes the bank Same scenario, right? Bank, they are searching from the NIC number and also searching from your name. So how they are searching is NIC number is the primary key, name is a foreign key. So then they can search it from the name, then it will display 5 name. Okay, 5 names, same name. Then they will ask you, are you this particular person? Or using their number, they will ask, right? Then you will confirm your name, right? So remember this foreign key. So this is something called database management, right? There is a separate subject in highness HND or bachelor's degree called database. Even now you imagine the Facebook, Google, they have the massive database available in the world, right? In a Facebook, how many billions informations are going? You are chatting, you are feeding information, you are putting your text and so many symbols, feelings, like so many things, right? All will be go to a database, right? All will be saved in this format only, right? They will save the information in this way, but in a different way. When you are creating profile, there will be a different database and different table called user profile. User, then you're feeding new feeds, everything. So millions of datas are there. I all will be keep it in a database format, right? Then when you search it quickly, it will pulling out from the different database and display. So unimaginable speed it will be working, Facebook and all, right? So light speed data transaction, they are using a massive database called Oracle, right? Oracle database and custom make database, right? They have created their own database that is running on a trillion amount of processing and trillion amount of hard disk server. The computer is large computer, right? Available in the world. So all that will be worked on these kind of concepts. So if you want to be in that concept level, you can study this as there is a subject called database management system, DBMS, right? You can do DBMS, then you will learn lots of things about it, relationship, right? Then there are so many things, right, in the database. So no, we are not going to go in that deeper. When you study some bachelor's degree, you will be studying about that. Now just remember this basic idea: primary key and foreign key, right? Foreign key mean another table content, primary key mean this. So I'm just simply telling you, just don't get too much of confusion, right? Okay, right? Okay, now we have created the table. I have explained to you the foreign key and primary key different based on this, right? Foreign key and primary key. Okay, right. Now we go to facilities in the excess, right? Why? First question. So okay, why we can keep this in the normal A4 paper, no? Or we can take a book and put the rule and we can put all the information key. So why we have to take a Excel access and open this particular thing and coming to create and going to designing and typing all the fields and typing the types, saving, then again double clicking this and feeding the information? Why we have to do all this, right? Okay, now we come to the answer. Why we have to keep the table in the access, right? Why we have to keep the table in the access is, right, simple. When you go to create the other facilities, the first facility is query, right? First facility, right, is query. Query mean what? Now you have two tables, right, in the book, right? So you are maintaining in a book. We say practical example, early example, query. Query mean what? You have a book called student detail. There you have right student name, student address, student phone number, everything in a book. Another book, student marks detail. You are keeping two books. Another book, student payment, right? You are keeping a book called student payment. So student detail is one book, student marks is another book, student payment is another book. So we are keeping three books. So suddenly one student is asking, so I want to, so we want to say, boss is coming and saying, we want to send the report for all the student. So I want the student detail and I want the student marks and also student payment balance, right? Then what you have to do is you have to take all the three books, you have to open all the three books, right? And you have to create a new one, right? You have to see the name from here, you have to see the marks from here, you have to see the balance payment from here, and you have to write a report. That is maybe take 5 days or 10 days if it is more than 1,000 students. It's very difficult, right? So earlier days we used to say do the same thing, right? But if you put it here, right, if you put it in the access, within a fingertip you can take the data whatever they are asking, right? So that is based on the query, right? Now I'm going to design the query, right? We go to the query wizard, right? The first option, right? Query. So I'm selecting, I'm going to do a simple query, right? Next, right? When I click it, now it's asked the tables, right? So we have two tables, right? One is a student table, another one is staff table. So what are the things you're going to feed? So from the student table, I'm going to take, right, example, student. Okay, now we have to create another table for students. Okay, marks table. So these are two different tables, no? So we can't link, right? This is staff information, this is student information. So I want to create another table for student marks, right? So then I'll say here again, name, student name, right? Then student number, right? That is, I will select as a number. Then here I will say marks 1, marks 1 number, marks 2 is also, I will select number, marks 3, that is also, I'll select number. Okay, now see, student name, student number, marks 1, marks 2. So it's a different table. Imagine like two books. One book we have student information. This is the second book. So I will save this book as a marks. Okay. Again, the primary question. So I will say no for this primary key. Right. Or yeah, I will put a primary key, student number. For this student number. Right. Okay. Yes. Now I will feed the student detail, student marks, right? Then I will use the same name for your identity, Raja, right? I use the Raja as a student name here, right? Then student number. I think we are not keeping any numbers here. No? This is a different auto number is different, so I'll just keep 1, 2, 3 is the first number. Marks 34, 54. It's a, here I will put another second student name, Ravi, and his number also different number. So now I have two tables. So remember, marks table and student table. Now only I'm going to do a query because those are interrelated table. There are link between these two. So I'm going to the query with Jahat again here, right? I'll click the query with Jahat. Then I'll select simple query, right? Then I will select the from student table. I will select student number, then a student name I want, student address, student phone number. These two I don't want. Marks 1 also I don't want. Database also I don't want, right? And I will select the second table, marks table, and there also I will select again. See student name, right? Again I will select the student name. So this is should be the foreign key now or primary key, right? Marks 1, marks 2, marks 3. This one also I'm not going to use it, right? So next. Okay, right? So when you press the next, again it's asking you, telling you to add these two, right? So I'm going to add it again, marks 1 and student 1, right? I'm going to add it, then close. Okay, right. Now here, when you open like that, right? So open like that, it will be open in this format, right? So this will be open in this format. So then I'm going to give the relationship here, relationship, uh, right? Create a relationship, left side student or marks, right side student, here student name, and here student name, right? I'm going to give relationship. That means I'm going to join these two and select create. Now you can see this student name and this student name, there will be an arrow. That means it is relationship, it joined, right? It joined. These two student names are now joined. So after selecting that, I'm going to show the table, right? Show table. Okay, so I'm going to save this relationship. Yes. Now I'm going to give a query. Again, marks 1 staff. Okay, now it's putting here. Then I will click the student name only one time. Student number, primary key, marks 1, marks 2, marks 3, and also student address, phone number. Right? I will add the necessary field here. Then I will close this. Again, it's asking me to save. Yes. Saving a name, new table. right? Okay. Then it comes as a new table. If you double click here, you will be able to open it. Sorry, I think student number and student name. We gave the wrong relationship. Now see the relationship become student number and student name. So that's why it's not loading. So I'm going to delete it. Save. Relationship. I just okay. Missed a small step. That's what it's not showing. Okay.
Student, sorry for this inconvenience. I think the sir internet was problem. I think he's now online, sir. Sir, his mic is muted.
Okay. Can you see now? Dila,
Yes,
can you
now
see?
okay, sir.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. So I think I don't know where I missed it. Right. So I will do it again. Right. I will do and show you again. Now here you see this, right? Marks 1, marks 2, two table. So marks 1, I have created Ravi and the detail. Marks student, I have used the student, right? Okay. Now I'm going to go to create, right? And I will select this query design, right? So I will select this query design. So click the query design, right? Then put these two table at the marks 1, right, at the student table, right? So carefully see this. So I will add this student too, right? So when I'm adding, automatically now you can see the relationship which I gave you earlier, it will be linked with student name and student name, right? So the relationship is there. Now I want to add the field. So I will add the student name here and marks 1, marks 2, marks 3 here, and also phone number, address. So I will add the fields from here, right? So this table I have at this field, this table I have at this field, right? Now I'm going to save this, save it as a new table, right? New table, then press OK, right? Now if I double click this, you can see a new table is coming with the Raja name, marks 1, marks 2, marks 3, and Colombo and his phone number, which is from two different tables. So this is the report your boss was asking you, right? So now when you have the when you keep the data in computer, it is a matter of create. Now I have just did it for small one. Imagine you in the student you have 2000 students, right? Students table you have a 2000 student, and marks you have 2000 student marks, right? Now you want to combine both, right? You want to combine both and get a report to submit your boss, right? So to report to submit your boss. So that's this step. Once again, I will tell you how you have to do it. So just listen to me, right? So we have the student details here. We have the student marks here. We are keeping in two different books, right? Two different books. One is student detail books, another one is marks book. Now manually you can't do. It's difficult. So now in the computer, if you keep it, I can merge those two and I can bring up with a new table according to the different requirement, right? So to do this, first you have to go to create, right? First you have to go to create and select design query. Click the design query and you add this marks 1 table and marks 2 table, right? At this table. So now I have already given this relationship, right? This is already given. If you are first time when you are coming, it will be like this, right? If you add it, it will be like this. There will be no relationship, right? Relationship means you have to give which is a common field between both, right? Which is a common. You have to give link between these two. So to do this, you can right click here and select there is something called relationship, right? You can right click here and select something called relationship, right? Then, right? Then what you have to do is, again it will come here when you go to relationship, right? So then right click, edit relationship here, right? When you go relationship, again it will come like this. So here, edit relationship. Then you have to go to create new relationship. Left side we have the marks, right? There we are going to give student name, right? And right side we have student, that is we are going to give again student name. So we are going to give the relationship between this name and this name. Press OK. It comes here. Then again press create. Now you can see relationship will be given between these two, right? Okay, so after giving the relationship, I can close this, and it's asking you to save. Press yes button. Now you have saved, right? So after saving, again you have to close this and reopen, right? Again you have to close and reopen. Marks 1 student. Now it will be come here with the relationship. It will come, right? Now you add the necessary field. I want the name, then I want the address, I want the phone number from this field, and I want the marks 1, marks 2, marks 3. These are I wanted, right? Okay, so this is want to create it as a new table now. So then after that I can save, shortcut control S. Then you can give a say new table, right? Then press OK. Then it will bring out a new table here in this corner, query, under the query. Then double click it. You can able to see the both table mixed. It brought your new data, right? Just imagine if you have 1,000 data, right? So within a click, you will be able to get merged with a new table of 1,000. So that is a great option again, right? Okay, next option, we go to the forms. So this is also a wonderful option, right? Form. So you can, it's easy. Just click the form design, or right. You can get or an easy way. Yeah, I'll show you easy. Create. Go to form wizard, right? Go to form wizard, right? Then you can create a form, right? I'm going to create a form for this, or you can create a form for student table, right? Student table. I'm going to add everything, all that, right? Next. Then how you want the form design. I want it in this way. Okay, next. Then you can give finish. Okay, now you can see here nice form will be designed, because some people feel very difficult to type here. In this they feel very difficult to type, so you can create a form for them and you can give the form, right? Like this form. Then here you can go to next and you can type a new student name, right? Test, then his address, like application form you see in the website. The same thing, you will be able to get it here, right? Marks and the date of birth, again the date of birth, like that. So then you have to go to the next. So if you type the information, automatically when you type the information, it will be saved inside the table. So if I click the student table now, here test data will be added, right? So this is again easy. So you can just open a form and you can give this form to the customer. You can minimize everything and you can full screen it and just tell them to type it here. So then it will be feeding to form. And also you can create a form for queries as well, right? Queries mean this one. Here also you can create a form for this. And if you enter, automatically it goes to student as well as marks, both table. It will be feed the information if you create a form for this particular query. Right now I have created the form for student table. Now if you create for this, then it will be feed it to these two. So no need to enter in two table. You can enter it in one form. It will be sent it to the two forms, two tables. So that is again a great option. Yeah, form wizard. I'm going to create it for query table. I'm going to add everything. Next, right? Next, finish. Okay. So now you can go to the new one. But balance field won't be there. Only this field will be get updated, right? Student name will be get updated. Address will be get updated. His phone number. Only that, because that is a primary key. Now balance field will be not be updated in the table. Okay, right. So in that way you can able to feed the informations, right, in the form. So this is the second option. Form anyway, you can do a lot of designing. You can go to the designing of the form, and here it's a beautiful form. You can design, you can put your company logo, right, pictures like charts you can insert. There are so many facilities available inside the form. You can able to here logo option. If you click the logo, then you can put your company logo, right, the company logo, then that will come here. You can able to move it wherever you want. So likewise, you can able to design the form according to you want. Then it will be look beauty. Where you can change the name, field, and colorfully change the background color. There are so many options. So when you do some practicals in the form by going designing, then you will be able to see all these options, right? So the form is there in the access, right? Uh, Next one, sorry, the last one, report, right? Report also you can able to report is your printing. Say this is for feeding table to just view. Report is you can take a report, right? Boss is coming again and asking, okay, give me a report of this particular student detail. Then what you can do is go to the create report. Also you can use the report wizard, that is easy format, right? Report wizard. Then you can see what you want to give a report. So if I want to give a student number, student detail, then I can fit all the fields here. Next, then next, sorting, finish. Then here you can able to get the report in the printout format. Landscape you can change, column wise you can divide, right? Same 2 page column, 2 page, single page. You can move it to Excel and work there, right? So likewise, there are so many other options available. You can able to convert it as a report. Report also you can again go to design and you can do the modification. Right click design. You can put your logo, same format, logos, title. You can click here and change anything. Right. Right. So likewise you can change. Okay. So this is report header. This is page header. Likewise, there is detail. Report header mean it will be coming in one time. Page header mean every pages it will be repeating. So this is a page header. Every page in the top name detail will come. So if you want the logo in every page top, you can put it here. If you want it in here, it will come only the first time. Then you can put total, the footer, totals, date of birth. Like so many functionalities are there if you are working ahead with the report. Okay, so that is the access. Okay, so the mainly these are three functionalities. One is reporting, another one is forms, another one is query, right? These are the major three function. Other than that, you have a function, macro functions available. I told you you can open the Visual Basic, right? And you can work with the Visual Basic and the macro. I told you in Excel also very advanced macro function. If you compare to Excel, Access have very advanced macro functions available, and you can create and run and create a program, right? So those are here. Macro is a very completely different area. So you should know programming knowledge. You should have some environment to learn about macro, right? So it's completely a programming side, not a user side, right? So we are not touching anything in the EPlus macro option, right? So those are there in the creative functionalities, right? Then when you go to the external data linking, these are the external linking. You can link with Excel, and you can link convert into XML file. You can convert to PDF, email it, right? So you can extract this particular data and sending to different sources using this, right? And this is database connectivity. This is again the relationship is there, right? Macro function is there. And also when you're a programmer, right, when you are creating okay, yeah, I will repeat the report again, right? So here database tools. So this is again because Access you can use it as a database tools as well. Now for example, you can create the software using a programming language called VB.NET, right? Or you can create Java or PHP. Like where there are programming softwares available, right? ASP.NET, right? Likewise, you have so many programs. So you can create the software using this, and you can use Access as a database package. And from this, you can send the data to Access and you can retrieve the data. Likewise, you can keep Access as a database package, right? So database packages, one is Access is available, another one is SQL is available. There is also another Oracle also available, right? These are the famous one. So Oracle is the world best database, right? SQL is the advanced database of Microsoft. Access is a very basic database. Access is a very basic. Only small companies or medium companies will use Access. Oracle, even the Facebook and bigger software, even bank, they are using Oracle. Oracle is a very powerful, largest database software available in the world. So it's also software. Oracle is a software. SQL also is a software. Access is a very basic one. But if you are using a small system, for example, small pastry shop, or maybe you have a grocery shop in the home, or small shops, home level shops available. So if you're having a small CD shops or any small home level shop, you will be able to create the software using these VB.NET or Java likewise, and you can link that software to this Access to save the data information, and anytime you can retrieve, right? For that only we have this connectivity things, right? Database tools which is used to connect this data with other software. So that is again programming, extracting also same thing, creating, right? So I think one student was asking about to again explain about reporting. So I will spend some time on reporting, because these two tools are a bit advanced, and these two tools was linked to database packages, which is programmers only, they have to learn. So you have to mainly consider about home we already know, right? Home we already know, bold, italic, and likewise stuffs will be there. Then create query, then forms, and also report. Forms and report, designing window is same, right? When you go to designing, I'll show you how to create a report again, right? So if you want to create a report, go to create, select report wizard, and select what is the table you're going to create report. Are you going to create for staff table? Okay, then click the staff table. Then what are the fields? I want to put all the fields, then click here, then everything will come, all the fields I want to put it in the report. Plus next, then here grouping, so this option is not necessary, or else you can group, then with the staff name other details will come, so you can group, right? Or else you can take out the group, right? So group, then it will comes in a table, so I'll show you the grouping also, right? Staff name grouping, right? Then next, then here ascending order, so I want the staff salary in ascending order, so you can give the staff salary order, so whoever getting a higher salary will be coming the first, second, like that. So then if you don't want, you can take it. These are the blocks mean design layouts, right? And this is landscape or portrait, how you want the page to be displayed. So I select this. Next, then we have to give a name for the report and finish and preview. Okay, so here now I give it in a name. Name is coming balance sheet. Okay, so now you see it's coming on name shorting. So name is coming. So maybe if the Dilan have so many data, then it will comes under Dilan first month salary, second month salary, third month salary. Like this, it will be comes in that order. But in our table we have only one data, so it's showing in this. Okay. Okay, right. So now what you can do is, after that you can go to design of the report, right click, design report, go to this. Then this is, there are 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 window will open. Now this is, you can design your report, right? Customize your report, right? How your report is needed. So you can just expand this if you want, right? So here, first one is the report header. So this will be comes in first page, right? Maybe your report is coming on 10 pages, right? Report is coming on 10 pages. So what you do is report header will be coming on first page and report footer will be coming on last page. That is report header, report footer. Page header mean coming on a page, every pages, right? And page footer will be covering on every pages. So if your report have 10 pages, this will be coming on the first one, like staff, that it will come. Then every pages, student name, staff name, salary, address, this will repeating again. You can click that and you can change, right? You can change names and everything, you can change. And here is a data, right? Header. And here is a detail information. Okay, so here then I will tell you the tools. So page setup, you can change it into landscape or portrait you want, and margin, paper size, A4. So likewise you can check everything on the paper page setup, and you can go to the format and you can change the formats, font. If you click here, then you can change the font color, font size, background image if you want anything. So likewise you can change the format of each and every text. Once you click, you can able to change the format in here, right? Then this is the designing window, design. So there you can put some text boxes, label meaning if you want to type something, click here, you can type data, right? And if you want some text box, another text box, you can click here, click text box, then it should be linked to the field, right? Text box should be linked. So customizing report will be take some more time, right? So you can do it. So you can click here and put all the additional resources you want, even chart, right? Possible to take the chart. Okay, then the arrangements, how the tables you want, right? How it have to be displayed. Okay, so just if you spend some times and play around this, just click and see, you will be able to understand about this. Okay, right. So that is the access, right? So that is the access part. So maybe it will feel difficult for you, whoever in the basic level, right? You will see like it is a horrible thing because access you are not using in day-to-day life, and you are not going to be practice access, right? So that's what maybe it will be difficult, but we will be touching some area, right? Just basic idea about creating a home, that would be enough for in access. All right, so we come to the end of the session. So there are another 10 minutes are there. So if you want to ask any questions, I'm giving some more times today. Right. So either you can chat or you can able to raise your hands. Okay. Students, any questions? Access is difficult, no? Right. So since you don't have any questions, wow, people asking exams. Sir, no exam today. So don't worry, no exam. Every day, like giving exam will take time. So anyway, next class, probably I can give you a small exam, yeah, before PowerPoint. So we have two classes. After the class is finished, only two class. So next class I'm going to take PowerPoint. Then after PowerPoint, I will be taking you, yes, one more session about information communication. So next week also we will finish the PowerPoint, and we will, before the information, we will do the exam, only one exam. So within two classes, we are completing this course, right? So fully completing this, then we will be finishing everything. Whoever want to get the certificate, we will have one or two session with the 5 facilities I told you, we will be doing it. Otherwise, that second class will be the last class for you. Then if you have a chance, we will be meeting you later, right? So keep in touch after the toss, right? Right. So now, any other question? Yeah, Excel and Access PDF note I will give you, but in the template you can able to see. Yeah, so here I told you in the first time when we are starting. So now this is the template, right? So template, when you go new, right? When you go down, for example, if I wanted to say student, if you click this one and create a template, then here it just give you the whole pack. So here you can able to see it's easy, right? Rather than you create something manually, you don't know idea, no. So just if you create the template, it's take few times and downloading from internet, right? So once it's downloaded, then you can see everything. Table is created, forms will be there, right? And queries will be there, necessary queries. Like this, it will be a full pack. Then you can get the idea. Templates, right? Okay, here, right. This is the original table. Now see, this is the student database. So when you are an institute holder, when you are working in an institute, or when you are in an institute, now see, they have created everything for you, right? Everything, right? First is students. When you click the student table, students ID, first name, last name, email address, level, room, date of birth, so many things, right? So when you go designing window, you can see so many information related to the student they have created. Insurance number, medical, so this you can customize, right? So customize. So likewise, they have created the table, students and guardians informations, student ID, guardian ID, relationship, emergency number, and here student attendance, student settings, guardian details, and filter. Likewise, these are tables created, right? So already they have created all the table related to the student. And when you go down, they have created the query linking those two tables. They have created some query, guardian details, right, with the student name, the student attendance. So like that, they have created queries. And if when you go down, they have created forms, nice forms, right? So when you click student detail, so here nicely they have created the student detail form with using the tabs, right? So you can give it. Now it's loading in another separate. You can minimize the access. Sorry, now. So it's loading in another one. So you can give a person to just type the information, first name, last name, ID, level, what is the level, right, of the student, and you can edit the picture. Even you can upload the picture of the student, right? So nicely, very advancedly, nicely they have created the student's picture example. So then the student picture will come, email address, phone number, guardian information, you can feed it here, medical detail, attending information, attending date, when you have come to the class status, present or absent. So likewise, you have to just feed the information and it will be saved. And next. So likewise, welcome message, right? Nicely created. There are so many forms. Even the report, boss is coming and asking, okay, give me a report about all students. So when you click the report, it will be give you the whole student detail. When we give me a report about guardian information, so you can. So if it is any education people are there here who work in a school, you can take this template and you have to study the template first. And if you feed the information, you can use this as a system for your school, right? You can use this as a full complete system. Basic school may be running with 100 students, or a small international school running with 100 or 200 students. You will be able to use this. Very perfect options are there. And also we are available, we'll take another one. If you are working in a company, a small shop, right? Cold customer service officer, if you are a customer, inventory management, like there's so many systems available. Show you for a small, right? You are a customer service officer. So you are calling and you have to get the people customer service, right? When you open it, now it will come the full customer service system, right? So with the tables, reports, everything, customer detail, employee detail, full system will be here. So you can open and see employee customer list. You can get it as a list. Customer detail, you can click, it will form will come. So when you are talking to a customer, you can type with the customer name, phone number, his address, email address, and the special note what you want to buy, right? Then opening details, right? Who is the caller? Likewise, small company, big companies like you can able to do a system, nice system according to your requirement. But smaller companies, you can use this and you can modify this. If you learn Access, you can able to modify this particular system. Then you can use for the customer service, right? Customer service. So many things are there. I don't know which industry you are coming from. According to your industry, you can just search and find out based on your industries. And there are predefined templates available. If you know the Access, no need to create it newly by spending so many hours. You can take something here, simply customize here, inventory. This is a nice system. Inventory mean you are running a small shop. Every time your mother and father running a small shop in the home, right? So they want inventory, right? Every time what are things are there, what are things already sold, maybe they will write it in the book, they will recall the inventory. Other than that, every day, if you have this system, after every sales finish, if they are writing the sale, you have to feed it in the inventory. Then all stock order levels, then if you click the report, it will give you a printout saying what are the stock you have to order. Anchor 10 finish, so stock we have 5, so we have to order another 5. So likewise it will be giving you the report about inventory. So you have to print this and give to your father or mother. They will, based on that, they will order. Then it will come to the same level. Anchor 10, again 10, right? So sale, that is called inventory management, right? Stock level, reorder level, cash, categories buys, show you by category wise. So for that you have to go to form, employees detail, whoever suppliers details, whoever giving their information, you can feed. So very wonderful options are there. Here it is the inventory, what is the category, likewise you can feed the categories, can enter. Right? So many systems are, now you can understand these templates after I explained that, right? So guys, please go ahead with this, just play around based on your requirement, because Access will be used only when you are running an organization or when you are working in a company. For data management only you need content, what you call customer information management, stock maintenance, right? School student information. Like this, if you have a big data information, you want to manage the information only, Access comes to the play. Until that, if you are a student just running in a working organization, you are not need to bother about Access. You need to have the knowledge about Access, Excel, Word, and PowerPoint. If you have these three, you can work. Access will work on for the owners, whoever company owners or whoever working in that. Right? Okay. So just go ahead and see. Already predefined are there. It will be very much useful for you to see. Right. So with that, we have come to the end of the program of the today's session. So any doubt, students? Any doubts? No, no doubts. Okay, so that is a great thing. How to take a template. So when you're opening, the template is there. Huh? Template taking is easy. Click Access. When you're opening the Access new, you can see here down. These are the templates. Category ways is there, or you can type and search. It will search it in online and bring down, or a database. Likewise, you can search. There are thousands of templates available. You can take. Sorry, I'll share and show you. Okay, so when you are going to the new, right? When you go into new, here you can take the templates down. Click here database, then it will be thousands of templates are there. You can able to take any of this. Click. Templates are easy, no? After showing the template only, a lot of people are seeing that exercise are very good. Right. So great, guys. So thank you very much. Right. I think you have learned access bit. Thank you, Gil. Right, for your comment. Right. So we have another 2 classes. So we will meet you in that. So as I told you, so please, if you like to go for a certificate, please talk to them and do it, because we gave you enough of information. I think you are clear about it. Okay, Dila. Dila.
Thank you very much, sir. So for your valuable time to us, and students, thank you very much. And this is I'm showing the today timetable. So last class the class was cancelled, the network operating system. So that class will be held tomorrow at the same time, 10:30 to 12:30. So if anybody interested, you can participate. And if you already are in the group, networking group, and please note this change. And tomorrow evening session also have. So this is tomorrow evening session, tomorrow evening computerized accounting. So last week we did simply accounting. So in this week, tomorrow we plan to bookkeeping. And only in these classes also have the final, we are in the final. So we don't know how much you are learning. So in the group, we are send one feedback form. So please, everybody, kindly we are requesting, because we take this effort to your your learning. We are going to improve your knowledge. So we want to know how much we support to you, and your comments also we are expecting. So please that form, maybe in tomorrow we can send to the group also. So please fill that form and encourage us for our future. Thank you, guys. Thank you very much. So we will meet tomorrow morning at 10:30 in networking class. Thank you.